Hey guys, 39 days ago, I took a Pro Plugger and pulled my own plugs out of the Kentucky Bluegrass that you see on the other side of my driveway. And I took those plugs and I sunk them into some dead spots that would take forever for the Kentucky Bluegrass to overtake without doing the plug work. I wanted to give a short update on that because it's been 39 days. I posted a main video about this a month ago, but I wanted you guys to be able to see what Kentucky Bluegrass is capable of in a longer term. Like, what do the plugs look like after that amount of time? It's what it's been like 5.5 weeks or so. So during the growing season, obviously the bluegrass over there is doing great and it is growing very nicely. During the growing season, those plugs will help fix those dead spots much faster, and that's why we do it. So here we are, five weeks later. Let's go take a look. Oh, shadow this time of year. Shadows are everywhere. In the video, I kind of gave you this perspective, my video from a month ago, and it was really thin over here. This is like post-summer malaise, and I had some thin spots over there, also post-summer malaise. Plugs I took from this area of the lawn. Obviously, you cannot see any spots. So those things basically repaired themselves in a few days, like a week. You couldn't even tell that they were there. But this is one of the plugs. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And at this point, we can just barely see bare dirt showing. And this is a spot where I put in 1 and 2. And here it's almost completely covered. I also put a couple in this spot. We can see a little bit of dirt right there, but that's mostly gone. And then this was the main spot, the big one. This one, it's at this point, it's getting kind of hard to count. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, something like that. I'd have to double check the old video to see how many I took. But as you can see, each one of these are substantially bigger, wider, and fluffier than they were a month ago. Let's pan back. You can kind of see it from the road. You can clearly tell that that is still a weak spot in the lawn, but it doesn't look like a brown dead spot either. It just looks like the grass is shorter. And that's basically what's happening. So I've been mowing this grass, but every time I get to that spot over there, I'm not really cutting anything. With the plugs, when you stick those plugs into the ground, they basically have to put on new roots again. I mean, they're plugs. You've just severed the roots and the rhizomes. So all of that energy goes into getting the plant to reestablish in its new location. So it kind of stops putting up top growth at the same speed that everything else does. So anyway, as you recall, when I put those plugs in 39 days ago, as I showed in the first video, I put fertilizer in the holes for each one of the plugs. So that feeds those plugs, and I also put a little bit of fertilizer over the rest of the lawn. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and put some extra fertilizer on this lawn. I understand that it is early November right now, but I expect this bluegrass to stay green and growing for the entire duration of winter because I live in Southern California and it just doesn't get cold enough, and we're at a southern latitude that the grass is just simply not going to go dormant. For those of you guys with Kentucky bluegrass or other cool season grasses in a northern climate where you're expecting your grass to go dormant, I do want you to watch this video up here in the right hand corner. That's all about the end of the lawn care season and how to winterize, how to finish your lawn strong. But I also recognize that there's a small portion of you guys watching these videos that are just like me. You're going to have green grass growing all through the winter. And if that describes you, then I got a brand new channel up here called Turf Mechanic Evergreen, which is all about lawn care for the lawns, for those grass types, for those locations where your grass never goes dormant. So make sure to take a look at that if your lawn never goes dormant.